have not drafted anything unconventional for what we know BLG for, right? As you highlighted, there's a lot of comfort picks on their side, and I think one of the beauties of their composition is that they have a lot of range at their disposal. Zeri plus Talia, a lot amount of poke, like they can play at range, they can leverage the fact that they can chip away, and they have a lot of zone control, as you also highlighted, Flower. So contesting objectives, play around these neutrals is where it is from both junglers. Shun making his way down bot, stacked wave, they're looking for the dive.
All right, let's see it. Remember, Maokai can drop the aggro if he needs to, but it's not even going to be the point. They engage, the dive goes out, but they don't have the damage. Shun is low, Elk is low, but he's got the first blood, and they take down Pays. It's BLG first to strike.
Nice dive there. Pays almost outplaying. He was dodging around.
Doran gonna shove Bin back up in the top side. Meanwhile, mid, it's Chovy under pressure. Shun and Yagao finding some damage, but now things are gonna turn around as Chovy applies the ulti, and Shun's in trouble with a flash follow-up coming out from Peanut. Shun down to 100 HP. He's taken out, and Chovy's the one getting him there. Gen G find one, but now they gotta be careful because Elk and On have made their way.
From this relentless crowd control that was coming out from Gen G. Good target focus, but BLG, they're not done yet.
Yeah, Yagao rides the wall in, and Peanut's gonna be the target. Remember, he already used the flash to make the play in mid, and Elk gets the punish thanks to the Weaver's wall, and those stones making it so he could not get away without...
You could be in trouble, potentially.
He does have the ulti available on the Zeri, immediately popping that one. The Xayah goes up into the air. Peanut and Pays get it done. Peanut's gonna get away.
G, though, are trying to poke him broad here, seeing if they can get into position. Here comes a TP from Chovy. It's gonna be that bot lane tower.
Yep, Chovy had to TP to it. Remember, the teleport was not unleashed just yet, so he does have to still walk his way over here a little bit. Doran goes in. The Dragon's gonna be claimed by Shun on the side of BLG. Delight is taken low, but he gets himself back out, but it's Peanut under pressure. It's Peanut down, and Doran's not gonna be able to secure a kill into Elk back. Meanwhile, Pays goes up into the air, the feathers fly, but Gen G has to run. Elk surfs over the wall, zap, and he grabs...
To actually win the fight as well here. Nicely done by Yagao, really making it difficult for Peanut to enter.
Oh, Bin thought he might have been able to grab the kill on Pays, but unfortunately for him, it's close, but not...
Hang on, there will definitely be a fight here. Shun.
They go in, they want to find Doran here at the very beginning. They lock him down, but they can't quite kill him just yet. BLG pop the top laner, and Gen G are stuck in a 4v5. They got to disengage. The Herald resets, and BLG are still looking for a little bit more here. Chovy using the claw to reposition himself back in the mid lane with his AD carry, with his support. Clearing out some of the waves. BLG sending Bin and Shun back to the Rift Herald pit, back to the objective. Gen G and Peanut still hanging around. Smite available on both junglers. Chovy goes over the wall, here with a claw, looking to find his way in here. Yagao throwing out a little bit of damage. Seismic shove back onto Chovy, who already used the ult aggressively. Chovy's in danger. Elk is popping off. He's not going to grab the damage, and Pays goes in. Elk kills him instead. 80 carries traded back and forth, but Gen G are struggling here in the fight. BLG turning it right back around. Supportal combat goes the way of On.
To play that game. And you can see how confident they are. Yagao gets a nice stun onto Doran, but Yagao underneath the turret.
This is
He's
trouble
dead.
for Yagao. Doran should pick this one up, no problem.
Oh, he missed!
Away. No, Doran messed it up, and BLG get the kill instead.
BLG, I think, surprising many with a strong early game performance and dominating in the fights. They're looking for another.
Chovy gets stunned up. He can't take the claw out. The Lissandra's about to melt as BLG continue to push forward, and Chovy's the first one to die. Now the aggro shifts over onto Doran with Shun leading the charge. They bring in the wall thanks to Yagao, and Peanut is stuck on the wrong side. He'll be thrown back too. Elk grabs another. 3 dead bodies in Gen G uniforms, and BLG put them there. The edge. Now they've got manpower in mid, trying to force down this tier 1 turret.
Here
but a teleport's
Bin.
coming in, and Nature's Grasp is flying out. Bin is teleported, but he's in the middle of everybody. He's trying to buy some time. He's going to be killed. Chovy's wasting the time of his opponents. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade, but Bin is worth more. I'll give the edge to find here, but it doesn't look like there will be. Teleport's showing up. That's what they wanted. They were trying to get the TP out. They'll find it from Doran, who's now at about half HP. Baron aggro still maintained, 4,000 HP, resetting back up to about 6K. BLG still maintaining pressure on the objective. Bin jumps forward, looking at Peanut, goes into the counter-strike, now activating the stopwatch. Baron's gonna go down, and BLG got it. Chovy gets away over the wall, but he's barely got any HP left. Gen G are running for the hills as Yagao goes forward and forces out the ulti from Pays. BLG, look, and out flashes in. Health bars are critically low, and Pays is critically dead. BLG are running them all down. 4 men in the dirt. Only Delight still stands, and BLG will march to the Nexus.
Who needs a recon when you can engage yourself on Zeri? Elk just fires himself into the middle of the team, flashes in, drops the ulti, and BLG will wipe Gen G from the map and march on the Nexus for game number 1.
We needed to see that aggro out of BLG. We needed to see ferocity out of these guys to go head-to-head with Gen G, and that's exactly what we got here in game number 1. They will bulldoze.
Way rather be playing against the Jax than I would be against the Gwen.
Yeah.
But maybe they're just saying, well, it's not about the champion, it's about Bin. And that's the problem, right? And he's so good on the Jax that he's kind of demanding that attention. But I feel like the Gwen is a better matchup into the Ornn, and it's also a better team fighter.
They also picked Ornn into Braun.
Yeah.
Like,
lose, so BLG are not willing to have that happen. Bin trading well on that top side. But yeah, I mean, it was Delight that started it all up. Bin.
Oh, he flashed in! Bin puts him in the bin! Throws him away, doesn't even worry about it. That is the 1v. Mindful of Delight making the rotation up as Chovy drops the ulti here on Yagao. That bear is so obnoxious. Tibbers does so much damage if it sticks around. Meanwhile, 3v3 now here in the river. Peanut jumping in, looking to go after these guys. On trying to disengage. Shun and Yagao need to do the same. On is gonna drop. And it's Chovy getting the first kill of the game for Gen G.
Credit to Delight. He has been playing so aggressive. Have accomplished that, though it is a very slight lead, so we'll see if he's going to be able to make good on it.
Looking for a play top.
All right. Bin could be in some trouble here. Trying to fight it off in a 1v2, but so much burst from Peanut and from Doran. I don't know what the flash was for.
Terrible flash.
Bin just...
Solo killed earlier, but can still have a huge impact in the fights. Yagao ults over.
BLG looking for their moment here in the mid lane, but they won't find a damn thing. Peanut's ready for the follow-up, throws Yagao up into the air. A lot of burst coming down from Gen G. Doran's got the kill on, and Shun barely survives. Doran's taken low. Bin jumps into the middle of everybody, but now he's got to retreat because Gen G's able to turn around, and Delight finds the kill. Yagao and Shun trying to hobble away, and Gen G get 2 for 0.
BLG environment. Their real strength is about how they play the map, their lane assignments. Chovy wasn't prepared for this.
Chovy in some trouble as Shun initiates. There's the 1-2 punch of Vi and one of her lane mates. Line him up, knock him down. Ulti into the follow-up from the Gwen.
He has a second charge.
Yeah, they should be fine to be back up. I was very concerned initially there, but it's okay. Dragon gets a 4K.
They're going in. Chovy wants to lead the way. The Drake is down to 3,000 as Chovy goes into the zone, used to protect himself for a little bit, and Tibbers is dropped once more. Now it's taken out, but Yagao is down. Pays grabs the kill, and Gen G have already run the fight. Peanut's going to chase down Elk, and the Jinx has no way home. Delight jumps over the wall with the Abyssal Dive, and on to the next target. Gobble, gobble. There goes On, and he's just more food for Pays. Gen G get 3, and they'll get themselves a soul point as well. I think.
See a bit of trading back and forth in bot lane, but Peanut has his eyes on Elk.
Jumps in. On decides to drop the Glacial Fissure, and now they're going to find some damage onto Peanut. They follow it up with Shun. They get the shutdown on the enemy jungler, and On's backing away, trying to escape from Tibbers. Pays is behind. Winter's Bite is there, and Ben's coming around. Snip, snip. They force him to go gold, and they shut him down with Ben. The rockets are flying, and Gen G's dying. Delight hits the floor next, and Doran barely gets away. BLG pulled the trigger, and it strikes true. 3-0 for the LPL team.
BLG held on to their summoners in the previous losing fight, and as Peanut goes in for a chunk, On sees the opportunity to turn. He used the clone for the engage, so he didn't have it to get out. He hits the Q, he hits the ulti. They know they can proc the Braun pass.
Make their way out of any situation.
Yeah.
And they saw what was a fantastic opportunity, which they have now snowballed into a commanding map state. On needs to be careful, though.
Yeah, On potentially in some trouble here. Shun over the wall. Gonna give him something to jump away to. Glacial Fissure, thrown down by On the support. Now disengaging, now getting back to his team. Bin's found his way into the back. He's found Chovy. Yagal's here on the front. He's gone golden. Two separate fights. BLG continuing to push down here on the bottom side as Doran's taken very low and On now retreating again. Yagal's still at about 200. Doran's still about dead. Peanut has to run away and leave the clone back in the brush behind him. BLG win another fight, 1-0.
With Pace on the other side of the
Bit of damage, but for the amount of ultis, the amount of abilities that went flying, there's not a lot of injured health so far. Shun backing away. Elk and On got to be careful as On's going to take a whole lot of damage here from Pace, rooted up, but now Pace could be in some trouble. One more hit for the winner's bite is going to set him up. They might just take him down. Yagal's after Chovy. He's barely still alive, and Yagal's got the first kill. He kites away from Peanut to stay alive. Elk continues the chase after Doran as Pace barely...
It is spotted, though, as they see multiple members walking over. So Doran and Peanut are here.
Nice charm, down on a Doran. A little bit more damage, finding its way onto the tank, but that's not the guy you can target if the fight is even. Doran now getting chased down by Bin. He'll cut right through him. Bin is unstoppable. And BLG once again have a 5v4 as Chovy just now respawns and teleports to join up with the rest of Gen G. BLG right back into the Baron pit. Keep your eyes on Chovy. It's going to need to be a big Tivers if they want to try to win something here. All of BLG starting to back away a little bit now. The Glacial Fissure dropped by On. BLG back into the pit. Chovy tagged up the winner's bite. There's the charm. They want to go after Chovy. They force the ulti back out of the light, but BLG's health bars are looking bad. Guardian Angel's going to come out there from Shun, but Gen G are camping the body. They take him down, and Chovy gets the credit. Paze flashes in. He wants the damage on On, but he can't quite find it. On likely to drop here next as Paze goes on a killing spree. Ben tries to fight back. Delight is down. They're going after Chovy again. Elk looks for the reset. He's trying to cut
spacing.
The Rockets are ready to go. He's excited, and he just can't fight it. It's BLG winning another fight and getting another ace with a quadra kill for Elk.
Elk gets excited and spaces Gen G. So much damage at this point.
They charm up Doran, but he does a good job buffering through it. Meanwhile, they engage back onto Shun. Gen G go after him, but they cannot burst down the jungler. BLG ready to defend him as Elk is firing into the Drake. BLG have started up the objective. Now Yagao off to the side, has to be careful. Peanut wants to contest it. Make it a 50-50 here for the Drake. He looks to go into the pit. It's going to be secured by the side of BLG. Has been Yagao look to keep everybody else occupied. Elk grabs a kill. They trade one back for support for jungler. But now Gen G's going to go on the run. Elk is unstoppable. Gen G are gone. A triple for the Jinx. Elk runs them over. And BLG are going to bring it home.
Pray all you want to the Church of Chovy. Nothing will stand in the way of BLG tearing Gen G apart and going to match point in this best of 5.
It was such a close game for so long. Gen G had an edge for so long, but the edge is blunted as
Bjorn ultimate, and then maybe if Annie can find a flash, which means that Elk is probably feeling pretty safe, especially with Bin acting as a wall to protect him.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a lot of the fights, we might just see Annie used as the counter engage. You know, the Vi, the Ahri fly in, you just actually drop Tivers on them to peel for your own AD. This is going to be a real feast or famine comp here for BLG. You know, when you look over at their comp.
It's just my favorite comment when people always go, well, no, it's easy.
Chovy walks into his own jungle only to find himself right in the path of the super mega death rocket, and Shun slamming him into the ground. It's
in that banana brush, so he spots Chovy walking around, and that is why Shun could just stay in the pit. Bin here.
All right, the dive onto Bin here in the top lane. Peanut just casually walks on up, gets that last shot,
and be able to just jump over the wall.
Nice use of the Bellows breath there to get through most of the charm. Doran still walks a couple of feet closer just as the last little bits of that CC expire. BLG starting up the objective. Bin here on the front. Again, not afraid of getting pulled in. This is the tank. Oh, a beautiful pull! And the Kindred is down like so many times before. Shun's gonna be killed in retaliation. Chovy goes into the stasis trying to stay alive with a decimating smash. Slams him back into the earth. Now On and Ben are ready to keep on chasing as Doran barely survives with 100 HP. On brings him back. Paze flashes away. And Elk says sayonara. Back to life. Yagao getting dove. Doran and Peanut should be able to get this one done. Oh my goodness, never mind. Maybe we got ourselves a nice stasis. I believe both Gen G players will get away. It was pretty close, I respect.
But the problem is, Peanut, remember, no ult.
Going in after Peanut, does not land the charm. Means Peanut can try to get away here. Yagao finds Q1, no Q2. Oh, but here comes the Scion. Here comes the rocket. Neither one of them's even needed except to move Kindred close.
Because he saw the Jinx rocket coming in, and now On gonna catch Delight.
Okay, Delight under pressure as Elk and On work together to take him down. Yagao with a TP in to try to make sure they've got the follow-up now. A 2v2 breaking out as Doran looks to charge forward, but Elk hits him with the zap to slow him down. A TP summon up to bring Chovy into the mix means BLG won't take the fight any further, but because of all the attention in topside, Shun and Ben can
Pro a decent amount, and it's gonna be double Everfrost, so the lockdown is just gonna be enormous from BLG. If they ever hit one CC, they're gonna hit everything.
Yeah, lockdown, Everfrost, Blitzcrank, all super annoying. On though with a beautiful pull. Peanut forced to use the Lamb's Respite there. On with the flash to get himself out of the way of the counterattack, but Ben has blocked the exit. Peanut tries to get away. Yagao can't find the damage to kill him off, but now Delight's here on the front line, and Elk is excited yet again. Another beautiful pull from On. Pays under pressure from Ben as Peanut jumps right back into the fight. Yagao still back on the side. A triple kill back over to Elk. BLG. Fights are being played by BLG.
I mean, Paze is just getting so pressured. Great hook.
Nice potential pick here. Shun shouldn't be able to get away. Uses the ulti to try to make some distance, but the pick is complete. Paze gets the kill.
Baron.
And that's something Gen G really needed. Enemy jungler down for 30 seconds.
They gotta go Baron. 100%.
She can do the same.
BLG ready to try to stop the Gen G 20-minute Baron attempt. Chovy trying to back away a little bit here.
Watch
you can see
Doran's
Delight.
turn.
Hex Flash not going to find a mark here as Gen G have the Baron down to about half. Doran leads the charge. Chovy's exhausted. Yagao focused here with the very start. He's taken down. Paze gets the kill. Doran kept alive. Super Mega Death Rocket won't get any kills thanks to the Lamb's Respite. And now Ben's going to be dropped next. They take down the Scion. Gen G may not have got the objective, but they win the fight. And they're starting to claw their way back into the game.
That was a beautiful turn there from Doran. He pops the ulti and he flashes over the wall for the quicker redirect onto Elk. So Elk had no ability to actually react to that with the Gale Force. And Gen G are going to TP back in. They're going to start up the Baron again.
Shun is here, but the health bars are full once more for the Gen G solo
5v3.
laners. The Baron begins again.
Elk is low on resources, and BLG are down 2 men. The Baron is the target for the side of Gen G, but Elk is legendary, and Delight is already down. On, trying to be the front line here, maybe look for a pick for his AD carry. Elk doesn't have the damage to meaningfully hurt Doran any further here, but the important part here for the Korean representatives, the #1 seed from the LCK. On goes in, he tries to find the flash hook, and instead Paze is unstoppable. The punish is ready to go from Gen G. Yagao dashes forward, but Delight's gonna be the target here for BLG. They're still trying to outfight him, but the Lamb's Respite keeps everybody alive. Elk is untouched, trying to find a reset. Ben goes on a killing spree. Delight is down. Now it's Gen G on the run. Chovy trying to get away, but Ben is right on top of him. Despite how good it looked,
Gen's fight once again. Paze will take damage.
Paze trying to get away from this. There's such low health. The shutdown. Back and forth. The marksmen are all dead. Peanut grabs the kill. He's down to 150. Ben wants to get him, but the jump over the wall with a dance of arrows from Peanut. He's still alive for now. Let's see how much further he might be able to get away. Gets a heal. Gets over the wall.
Wait,
On's looking for Peanut here. They want to get this enemy jungler. Ben coming around to stop him. There's the grab. Kaboom!
Disappeared. He created a wall once again.
They're on Baron.
Zone pays away. The Baron begins. Peanut is alive. The hook.
The pull onto Doran. That would normally not be the right target, but BLG has so much damage, so much burst. They have a 3-item
down on the enemy ADC, who is also 2 items up on him. The Ornn is going to die instantly.
Shun face checking. This might be the angle that Gen G needs. A little bit more damage goes through and kills the enemy jungler. Doran firing the Ornn ulti from down from players here as BLG retreat. Now they're stepping forward. Now they want to potentially find the engagement again. Then goes in, finds the knock up there into Peanut. He drops the Lamb's Respite in time to stay alive. Chovy with the stasis avoiding the pull. Doran here in the front line has been slain by Delight, but now they might be able to get one back. Doran one more auto attack and he falls. Elk is still looking. He wants to find a little bit more damage, but he can't quite get there. Gen G escape back into their own base. It's Doran and Ben.
They're dictating the pace. They're dictating where Gen G has to go.
On with a pull. Oh my God, he found Delight and instantly killed him. Gen G have lost their support. Peanut loses a quarter of his health to a single rocket from Elk. Doran Gonna try to guard Pays here. Keep your eyes on the Aphelios. They summon up the Ornhorn. They want to get the damage here as Shun goes over the wall, tries to deal with Pays. Now Chovy's under pressure. Can't get the kill on Elk. Shun is killed by Peanut. Elk under pressure there from the Tibbers as Chovy finally dies. Elk gets excited from that. Yagao goes in and finds the charm on the enemy top laner, and Doran flashes back over the wall. Peanut's damage is not impactful. Bin can keep getting himself back as Gen G lose their mid laner, but honestly not too bad. Delight is respawned.
Exactly, Delight is respawned and Doran can TP back, so Gen G have pushed them off, and now they're going to try to take their opportunity to start this up. They don't want BLG to have a free base.
Shun is not alive, but BLG will not give this up without a fight.
BLG ready to challenge here on the Baron. They throw out the Everfrost Delight with a flash, but Elk's already got him killed. Doran's going to be taking the damage now. The Lamb's Respite barely keeping Pays alive through the Super Mega Death Rocket. Doran steps under the Chompers, and Elk's ready to free fire yet again. Gen G lose their front line, and BLG are still chasing. Bina with a flash away from the zap as On and Yagao, both completely out of mana, chase after the Gen G jungler, who can use the Dance of Arrows to get back over the wall.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
Chovy's by himself.
TP, Chovy coming in, but Shun marks him immediately. Just happens to be walking through the area. He goes in with the ulti. The follow-up from Yagao may have just been a mistake, but no, he barely escapes. And Elk is after Chovy. One more auto attack kills the summoned up. The Moonlight Vigil misses. On is below half health, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. BLG are gonna hard force it. They go in with a buy ulti on to Pays. They're gonna find a lot. They'll force out the Lamb's Respite as Doran takes all the damage, and On grabs the shutdown on Pays. It's over. It's done. BLG's won the clean ace as the LPL #2 seed from 5th place in the regular season takes down the best team in Korea and